You guys,
oh, really?
I'm going to take 10 minutes to
really,
espouse
Tyler?
the virtues of anti-smoking. You guys need to start doing anti-smoking.
That's true. I do.
Try quitting
no
cigarettes, boys and girls.
Anti-smoke?
Yeah. Why do smoking when you can do anti-smoking?
Well,
It's cheaper.
That's true. It is much cheaper.
It's healthier.
Yep. It's not as cool.
Way less cool.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
That's a given.
And if you're trying to do the hipster thing like millennials are doing, you can say "Okay, boomer" to cigarettes. And
Okay, boomer.
Get rid of them. That's what I did. I was like, "Okay, boomer."
Yeah.
For cigarettes.
Right. I mean, it's easy enough to say for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is harder to do.
It's hard to do. There are harder things to do, I guess.
Yeah.
But those things aren't as cool.
Sure.
I'm sure.
I never got on that okay boomer thing.
Oh man, it's gonna be big for a while, unfortunately.
It'll have its months.
Yeah.
Then some other cool phrase will come along.
It's one of those
All right,
ones.
first try, ready, go.
Oh, you guys can't.
If you guys
see
didn't
that.
see that, which you definitely didn't,
I saw it.
Tyler just did a backflip, landed on a skateboard while smoking a cigarette. Pretty freaking cool. That should have been an ad for an anti-smoking.
Yeah, it's an
This is y'all's house
Anti-truth.
This is y'all's house now. Too small for me. Bye bye.
Poof.
Oh,
Seriously, bye bye.
where he's going?
He's gone.
He's going to
It's our
Granger
podcast.
Marine.
It's our podcast now. Welcome back to.
Yeah, we're doing the Hey Arnold podcast episode 2. Why is Arnold have an Arnold clock?
Yeah, Arnold has an alarm clock in his room that looks like Arnold.
Figure that out, internet.
Either his parents made it / bought it for him, or he made it or bought it for him.
Or he
He couldn't have bought it. Nobody
forced
bought
his
that.
head
They
to
don't-
look like his alarm clock over time.
Maybe it was like a normal head and he like smashes it to hit the snooze button and he keeps flattening it into more and more of a football head.
Oh goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
William.
Hey, whose
What else?
podcast were you guys watching when y'all came over here? Y'all's
Yeah.
fucking self-centered assholes.
Well, you know, we're gonna get into the
Bunch of
rest,
self-centered-
but we only watched like that portion of it when.
Well, that was this blonde dude. That was just like taking up most of the podcast space.
It was great. We got to Jess's lightning round. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
my,
find out some
my
questions.
hilarious
Lightning round.
Avatar
Yeah.
joke.
That was,
The avatars. Yeah.
that was good.
I still want top half Jeff Goldblum, bottom half bicycle.
Hey, if you shit,
That's
Yeah.
my dude.
If you guys want to come over for tomorrow, too, Bailey's gonna be here tomorrow.
I got
We're
youth
shooting
group.
with Lavalier, so we'll have like
I got youth
walk
group
around
tomorrow.
and, like you can still be in the podcast without being in frame and.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna take it to the next level. I bet.
Yeah, you can be in the kitchen smoking a bowl, doing a thing.
No, I would never.
No.
I'm trying to get to heaven.
How dare you?
I got youth group tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shame.
Nobody would do that.
Tisk.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a haircut. No, I'm not gonna bring this up. I'm gonna
Which
bring this up
one?
in a second when I come back in the frame. Right. Nope. I'm gonna pee and I'll come back. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
He's gonna go get a haircut now.
Yeah. He's going to the keg
Okay.
for a haircut. And a fireball.
So I guess I want to take a minute
When
to.
I come back with half dreads and half.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's dreading his
He just
hair
had
right
like
now.
one like ponytail dread, like a dope Buddhist guy, just that one coming out the back. That'd be a look.
It'd be something.
College just started.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
But it's not called the door.
What?
What? It's
What?
called the dance.
What?
No, he didn't.
So I don't know if everybody saw the Grammys, but
Oh gosh.
that was interesting.
Man. Yo, please don't. Alright.
Oh,
All
we're
right.
getting into this?
Here we're going. We're going.
Yeah.
Here we go.
William E. Eilish
Oh.
did really, really well.
Yeah, William Eilish is best new artist, best new song,
Mhm.
and that song won best new record.
Hottest brother-sister duo.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have something going on.
There's
Yeah,
some-
but that's.
I'm your sister.
Damn it,
I'm
y'all.
your sister.
I want to be the bad guy this
Are they from
time.
Mississippi?
Okay, now wait a minute.
From California.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Not saying
Okay,
anybody
so-
from California.
So William Eyelash,
Yeah.
no comment on
And his
that.
big brother.
You don't have any. You don't,
don't
have a
have-
comment
no,
on
I
her
don't have-
winning.
I don't. All three awards,
all
the
four.
Pinnacle Awards.
Yeah, the
No.
first person to do that since Christopher Cross,
Chris
Well,
From Columbus.
not Chris Cross.
No, yeah. No.
Well, yeah.
No, not Chris
Different
Cross.
Chris
Not
Cross.
Chris Cross.
Get
Not
told me
Chris
that's not
Cross.
Chris Cross.
Yeah,
Okay.
not by Chris Cross.
Some more
So
Christopher
Cross.
Cross.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I saw that a lot of good producers got snubbed on
Oh,
that
yeah.
on that Grammy nomination. I also saw that a bunch of good bands got snubbed on that. But I also saw what brought the most light to me was Tyler the Creator being
Best
the
rap
most-
album.
Yeah.
and then bitching that it wasn't a pop nomination.
Well,
It-
I didn't hear that, but I would only take that as like ironic because like he won best rap album.
Right,
Yeah.
but then his
Like-
response, did anyone else see this?
I didn't see
And
that.
he was like, well, okay, because he had his thing, he did his whole thing where he was like, holding the Grammy, and he was like, well, I mean, like, I feel like 50-50 on it, like, why'd it gotta be like the best rap album? Why couldn't it be like the best pop record? It's just like what's going on with the world right now. But like 50-50, thank you for who voted for me. All right, y'all have a good night. And it was just like,
Well, that's kind of his like shtick. Like that's his antics. Like I don't.
I
really-
feel that, and I agree
don't
with that.
take anything he said. I mean, especially
But I
when
do.
he's winning a Grammy. Like,
But that's what makes it so heavy for me. Because check. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
but we're like, this is no
I mean,
Kanye storming T Swizzy and being like,
it's not that heavy. It's not that heavy.
it's
you're
a
right.
far cry from
you
like
almost made me smack my-
being actually disrespectful to the Grammys. It's kind of just like, I don't think that this was a rap album. I think this was a pop album.
exactly.
He's like Wolfgang.
I feel like at the very, 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 very least, he could have been like, "Yo, look, I appreciate my number." Okay, it's kind of like,
and I totally
appreciate
agree
my-
with that. I'm 50. I don't think he should have won Best Rap Album.
well, that's neither here.
Yeah, I think
Y'all,
Beyonce.
body
was the
language
video of
at
the
the
year.
fucking. If y'all see me sit still this entire podcast. No. Okay, no, that's a whole nother. That's
Yeah.
okay, but wait. But we're kind of funneling down to that. There are so many people that have produced songs that are really, really genuine.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Just good, genuine
Well-
songs, man. Just like good fucking badass songs, dude.
Like,
And didn't get a Grammy. Okay,
Yeah.
but then Tyler the Creator gets a fucking Grammy when all these other people don't really necessarily care what category of Grammy that they're winning. They just want to win a Grammy because they're producers
Right.
and they're
Mhm.
just like, look, no matter if it's polka,
Yeah.
I want the Grammy because I want to move to the next
Mhm.
step.
you kind of. I mean,
But then you have, but wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm gonna get, wait a minute. Gets pissed because the fucking Grammy isn't the right category, despite the fact that he won Best Rap Record of the motherfucking year.
yeah, it's just
He
like I
gets
said, I think
ill
that's
that
an
it's not a
antic.
pop record.
Because it's Tyler the Creator and he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
Well, this is true, but I feel like even since then, and such stunts that he's pulled in other Grammys or other YouTube videos or things like that, it just seems like, dude, if you don't want it, just give it back.
yeah. I mean,
Give it back to
you
someone
don't-
else, because there's a lot of, like,
You don't have to convince me that record didn't deserve
Yeah.
a Grammy, but like
I mean,
I've got nothing.
It's not that it
against
didn't deserve a Grammy. It just may not have deserved best rap record.
Mhm.
Sorry, dude. I washed my hair today, guys.
But
You
I
watched
think
it?
I'm having like a
Feeling yourself?
of any
Cal gotta
I'm
take
sorry.
me away moment, or
yeah, dude. I'm
what?
sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just like fucking.
of any of the major awards, I feel like that was the least egregious.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I'll give Billie
William Eyelash.
Yeah. William
Best
E.
new artist.
Eyelash.
Like
Yeah, dude. I
she's
can't dig it.
18. She recorded the stuff in her.
Is she really?
Is she 18? I thought she was a
just
little
turned-
older than
Yeah,
that.
she turned 18 a few months ago, I believe. But it's like all written by her and her brother in
Yeah,
her,
dude, in
her
her
I
bedroom.
thought you were
And
talking.
then-
My bad. I was like looking at his lips, like,
Um,
oh my god, he's not talking.
Yeah.
but
Wow, Adam.
He had it, the mic turned.
No, but you're right though. No, it was her and her brother. It was her and her brother.
but it's also that's a little bit of like smoke screen as well because her family came from money, the record industry. Her brother was on Glee 6 years ago. Like her bedroom recording.
There
studio
are
was
larger
a
steps than others that led her to her success than most.
I mean, it's not even just that. It's just like her success was so manufactured and like forced on.
Seemingly,
like,
right? Yeah.
It doesn't
No, yeah.
matter if these songs are as amazing as people think they are. They're like have
They've
been
got
forced
push.
into
They got
the
push. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So we have to hear them and everything.
That's true.
So of course people are gonna think it's a good song.
Well, that's kind of how I felt about Panic at the Disco, man. Like I remember being in high school, like following those guys and like having like a real hard time like being accepted following those guys. But now that they're in the more pop, you know what I mean? It's just like it's easy to like those guys.
But you,
And
you
like
divulged a
I
little
remember
more
getting
into it.
fist fights in church
Yeah.
parking lots because I was listening to that because I thought it was okay. You know, I would listen to certain hardcore or metal or jam orientated bands and kind of lighten the mood with that, and it would cause problems. So I mean, I can feel that with, but that's my big thing. I'm glad that you know that her and her brother
Yeah, her
wrote
brother is
those
the
fucking
Wizard of Oz
songs,
behind all
you
that.
know what I
Like,
mean?
She's just the
the vocal.
the zombie that's like. She's not the vocal because she's like not technically.
I feel like she's a
sound at
melody
all.
creator. You know what I mean?
She's
Melody
very-
creator.
She's like her timbre is cool, like, but she doesn't do anything like
Extraordinary.
musically interesting.
Yeah.
I'll say, like, it's very like speak singy, like.
Whose phone is it? Whose phone is this? Is this yours, Goose? This isn't yours.
I don't know.
Man,
Adam.
But I mean, my
Uh,
problem with Billie
where's the
Eilish
time?
isn't her
Yeah,
music
continue,
per se,
continue.
because
twice on the
like
back.
I'm not surprised that I don't like a 18-year-old
Just-
girl's
that's
music.
all.
Like, you know, like.
Well, I mean, you're what 33, so it's
Right.
hard to find things in common
But I
with
just
that
mean,
sound.
like,
You know,
it's the whole like I don't know, the whole mystique and mystery that surrounds it. It's just like it's so
hey,
fake.
or how about
Like,
this? How about this?
Oh yeah, dude, beatbox. Some amazing things are happening in beatbox.
No, I'm talking about like every song. I feel like I hear it by
Billy.
Billie Eilish. It's like this.
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
soft
We're all
beat.
about to have a premonition just then.
Hey, 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 wait, ready, wait, I got it. Wait, ready. Cause I knew it. You're a bad guy. Son of God, done it. I'm son of God. I told you that. When I get a son
A Grammy. 2 Grammys. 3 Grammys. Best song of all time.
Cause you know I want it. And then you know it's sensual. And cause it's smoother than.
That's all it took.
And stop.
You think she'll
Alright,
start
guys,
writing
alright.
shit like Miley?
Alright, we're
when she
about-
gets,
we're
like,
about-
a little bit older.
We're about 10
Miley,
minutes.
if you're watching this right now, I'm so sorry.
What? Oh, that's right. Cause
You think when
yeah.
Williams' hatred for the world turns into the style of hatred for the world that Miley has, where it's like, fuck it, and I'm
Maybe,
gonna party.
maybe
I'm gonna ride a
this
wrecking
little
ball
ugly
naked
duckling can become
with
a
my
beautiful
green hair.
Miley one
Yeah,
day.
I forgot y'all was shooting a podcast too. I'm over here talking.
You're part of it, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, he was the first half. He was the first hour and a half, and the last hour and a half is. This is one
Right.
episode, and then we'll cut it, edit it, shoot it, release it. This is a whole other.
Pack it up.
Okay.
Boom. Mike.
Didn't you see we did that last time? Like I was drunk. I was like,
Fuck, we can get deep on the Grammys then if this is just an episode. How about Lizzo?
don't.
She's.
I'm
doing
just
it.
not even like, dude. There's so many things going on with that right now that I just don't even want to like. I mean, like I can't even. Lizzo though,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Like,
making
I mean,
bops.
like.
She's a bopster.
And you've got Alicia Keys giving
Oh
these
my
people's
God.
awards, like she
like,
doesn't crush every one of their music careers.
yeah.
As if she couldn't already. Right?
Yeah.
She's just like.
Oh no! Wait, stop! Everybody, shut up! All right, hey, we're about 13, 14, 15 minutes into the podcast. We're gonna take a sponsor break. Everybody wanna? It was a whole hour and a half where I did 2 spots where I fucking did Golf to Go, and dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
That means you get 2 of them that you can use.
God damn it! All right, look, we're gonna do this again.
We got big boys with hot beef.
All right, that was a bad clap anyway. Can we redo the clap?
Hell yeah.
Can we do it?
I
All
don't
right.
think I'm a. I did bad, and I think I'm
That was.
All right, so golftogo.com.
You
The
gotta watch
most
the elbow.
smooth, most handsome, most fast, punctual, southern Gulf Coast fast food surf and turf delivery in the Gulf Coast between South Foley, Fort Morgan, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Perdido Key, and West Pensacola. Any fast food surf and turf needs you guys have, golftogo.com. Link is in description. We are working on a fucking code.
The coupon code.
Yeah, like a coupon code, if you will.
Yeah.
We're working on that right now. Got some A-string hitters here.
Yeah, we're
if I may
not.
say so
We're
myself.
not cheap.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Okay, this power is rent controlled. Okay, because who saw that? Dick on the screen.
Oh.
Dick on the screen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, rent controlled power. Just to have my podcast guest. Okay, seriously, the church is paying for my power.
Now you got.
They're not. The church isn't paying for my power. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, golftogo.com. Fast, smooth, handsome, efficient delivery.
Blue.
Golftogo.com. Link in description. Golftogo.com.
You had the.
4 or 5 ounces of liquor less.
I'm just saying.
Than what
Like,
I've got in my belly.
y'all on it?
Yeah, I was on it. Nick, you would have been proud. You'll see it. You'll fucking see it. You watch the podcast.
Give you props.
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh,
God
You
damn.
gotta smash that
I like
like
that.
and subscribe.
Smash
button
that
to
like and
support my
subscriptions.
guy here, Tyler.
Smash that leg and prescription button.
Yeah.
Suscribir.
Subscribe, hit it, and smash that like.
Gusta y suscribir.
Hey, but you know what?
Gracias.
Out of all the podcasts that we've shot, I'll goddamn make sure that this podcast gets released and looks good. Because, you have Bailey on one podcast, and, you learn a lesson.
I believe in Bailey.
Yeah.
I know that
He's
in him.
No, he does. He does. He was supposed to be here tonight, but
It sounds like the dream story sounds like magic. Bailey
You're
believed
saying
in
he
me.
has it within him to have a good release?
he was supposed to be here
Did
tonight,
I
but
catch
we
that right?
but we had different schedules tonight, so we decided tomorrow we get the new
Was he watching
microphones.
Wild and Out with Clyde or something?
Well, no, he was getting tattooed tonight in Daphne.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
He was
so
supposed to come over the other night and he didn't because he was watching Wild and Out with Clyde. Clyde's his
is that
dog.
what he texted you?
Yeah, he texted me that. He said he was sleeping.
Hanging out with Clyde, watching
I'm watching Wild and Out with Clyde.
Yeah.
Did you ask him what season?
It was recent. Because I
Son
told him
of
I
a
don't even
bitch.
really know who's on there anymore.
Fuck you, Bailey. Alright?
Not really.
No,
Though.
not tonight. Yesterday.
Yeah, don't fuck him tonight.
Doesn't matter which day.
Wow.
Yes,
Fuck
okay.
you anyway, man.
Mhm.
Okay?
2 days ago.
Yeah,
What is today?
I feel like you guys were like,
Wednesday
oh
night.
God, is he serious? I'm not serious.
Yeah.
I love Bailey.
I was so
I love
excited,
Bailey.
excited
No,
about the
dude.
Grammys, and then I got so
No.
disappointed by Billie fucking Eilish.
Oh, William Eyelash?
Yeah.
Dude, no, I love
So-
Bailey. No, I just, like, if you should know, if there's any moment where you're able to give Bailey a hard time, take it.
No, yeah. He's great at
He's
it.
a little sponge.
He'll laugh it.
Yeah.
He'll laugh
Take
Oh,
it.
you're right.
Take it.
Yeah.
Dude, if you can fucking wear his
I do like seeing it.
thighs down,
Ooh.
take it, baby. Dude, because guess what? He'll be an hour late with only half the beer that he said he was going to show up with.
Yeah.
Because he drank it on the way. Wear his ass down. Okay? Love him. Wear his ass down.
You should tell him an earlier time to show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then you need him.
Well, he
Tell him
knows.
It's 2 hours before when it actually.
No shit, right? Fuck, man. No shit. Well, I mean, I
Sorry,
feel like.
Bailey, if you watch this. Well, I mean,
I'm not fucking sorry,
It's all
dude.
truth, though.
I
You know,
Talk to
it's
you
not
once a
lot.
day. Not sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, I'll
Not
take
sorry.
that back. We're absolutely not sorry.
Yeah, we're not
It's
sorry.
a classic sorry.
We
not
love
sorry
you.
Situation.
We're not sorry.
Yeah.
We're not sorry. We love you. Okay, we fucking love
Bailey
you.
figures out how.
We'll be
to
the
watch
ones. We'll be the
this.
ones to lower you in the ground. God forbid you die before us.
When are you
But
releasing
if
this
you're
on
not-
DVD for Bailey?
Because he's not gonna fucking watch this. If I don't send this to him in a specific fucking paste, like copy and paste YouTube,
Yeah.
like URL code,
I
he
figured
doesn't
out
even
how
know
to
it'll
get
exist.
We make these commentary tracks to movies so they can you can play them behind
Per
a
podcast
movie,
per
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Like pick a Terminator.
Your-
baby.
yeah,
Tonight,
your first six
tonight,
podcasts
a Bug's
are all
Life.
Terminators.
Tonight, a Bug's Life. Yeah, tonight, a Bug's Life. No shit.
It's like, oh, that's a cool action scene. I bet that's a fast truck.
No shit.
Man, I could carry a lot of lawn equipment in that truck.
Oh, dang, that dog looks cool.
Doesn't look like Clyde, though.
Oh no, not as cool as you, Clyde, because you're sitting right
Clyde.
next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're having fun though
Yeah, man.
with our good
Fun.
friend.
We're having fun. Yeah, Bailey, we love you. You're a good dude.
It's like this
We're
is
not talking bad about you, and you know that.
this like is so insulting that he likes movies and food.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this motherfucker likes movies.
Oh, really,
Son of a
Kuzma?
bitch.
He's on his other end of the TV watching. He's just
Yeah.
like, oh, really, bitch?
Yeah. We could get into some stand up. Like who y'all into? Who's doing interesting shit?
Who am I into right now?
Yeah.
My favorite stand-up right now is Dove, man.
Dove. Oh, no.
I don't know
Dove.
Figure it out for yourself, bro.
that.
All right, if you don't
Is he-
fucking
is
know,
he a one name, like
if you
Seal?
don't if you don't fucking know, bro, then you just don't fucking know. All right, no, but Dan Soder, we've spoken
Oh,
about
Dan
Dan
Soder? Hell yeah, I
Dan
like
Soder's
Dan.
really good. I like his young approach. So
I have
hey,
a lot in common with Dan,
let's-
so like that shit hits me deep. Like
Can we
drinking
do-
Mountain Dew in your 30s.
Can we do a top 3 for everybody here?
Well, all time or right now?
No, just right now.
Okay.
Okay. So Dove is probably my favorite.
Is that a mononym for real?
It's
Is
a
that
chirk. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Chirk. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Dove, Dan.
You don't have to make a list.
Chris DiStefano.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker just like I fall in love with men, but I fuck women. Like that motherfucker just like hits the nail on the head with that when it comes to like, dude, it's like Like, doesn't matter. I've been married for 11 years almost. Okay, so I love my wife. But at the point where he's just like, dude, you just watch the Kris Stefano, Dove, Dan, Kris Stefano. That's my top 3.
Dove,
Yeah.
Dan, DeStefano.
I don't know if I can do
Wait a minute. I got pissed off at Jessica tonight for doing exactly what you just did. How do you do it so good?
What is it?
How do you just come up with shit
You just said
like that?
Yeah, you said.
Like, yeah, no, but you delivered it so much better. I said something tonight, and I was just like, I was like, I don't know, I was like, go to bed, Beans. I love you. Don't piss a so, I don't know. I said something, and she was just like, do. Fuck you, man. Like, I think about this 20 hours a day. Like, one good quip. I say one thing, and you're just like, that's you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I come into the fucking house to
That's
fucking
right.
cash out, and I'm just like, oh, I'm having a good day. I'm feeling funny. And he just come up with some great shit, and I'm just like, I'm not funny at all.
Yeah.
Like I leave there feeling discouraged. I'm just like,
No, don't do that.
I'm not only not funny. I need to catch up. Like,
I missed some things.
because dude, I'm just telling you, dude, you and Jess, y'all got it, bro. Dude, if you and Jess started a podcast together, dude, it would fly. It would fly on its own. Seriously, y'all together. I'm not kidding, dude. Y'all together. The quips are just
The Quipsters.
endless quips. Quipless.
If we had a third person, you guys know anybody named Anthony? We could call the podcast Anthony, Jess, and Nick.
Anthony Frischman?
Yeah, nah.
No.
I was going to talk about shrimp basket the whole thing. Just kidding.
Soccer.
Shout out.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
we played soccer
Shout
together.
out. Shout out.
shrimp basket.
Shout out Shrimp Basket. It's all good. It's all good. We ain't doing anything that much bigger. But anyway, hey, like and subscribe if you guys are just tuning in. If you guys just click forward. Like if it's like this half hour is a little boring, we're gonna click forward a little bit. Boom, boom, boom.
What
And
is
it's like,
the odds?
hey, if you guys are just
To the point where if you're just
like,
joining,
if you're just joining us,
If you just
Okay,
walked into your friend's house
2.5
and you've been
hours.
watching this podcast for
2.5
2 hours already,
hours in. All right.
if you
and for real,
played this
if
and
there
you
is somebody
just
that
found
does come
out-
in on this point, I'm so
Okay.
happy for you.
All right. So
We're having
look,
fun with it. And you won't get
fuck y'all. Okay. Don't tease me. Anyway, like and subscribe. We got Chris Kuzma, Nick Prentice, on the podcast again, bringing the heat,
Back on the ones and twos.
the ones and twos, sweet substance. Yeah, man. We're gonna wrap this podcast up here in a little bit. Anything you guys want to rant about? We got 30-second rant. We have artist of the week, and we have fucking. We're not gonna do strange colors because we tried to do strange colors. You don't remember what strange colors is?
Yeah,
right?
we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
The different color penises, different color. Yeah, that's fun with Bailey and like other guests. But I feel like our orientated content is a little bit more apt and mature than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
guys,
have
penises.
way too many
So if you
shades
guys
to
have a
talk
30-second,
about.
yeah, right, yeah,
I got like 50
yeah.
shades of
50 Shades of Pink.
stuff
That's a big
going on.
old ding dong, baby.
Monster.
Yeah, bet your brother knows all about that shit.
Yeah, he's got such
Fucking
big bones.
Matt, getting it on the mat.
Yeah.
All right, so 30-second rant or music of the week. If you guys have anything you guys want to share, music-wise, rant-wise, anything you guys want to talk some shit about, share it, man. Do your
I don't
thing.
know. I mean, Boy, I can rant, but it has to be in the moment. My rants.
That's how I am.
I kind of let go of things once
But
I've had.
that's kind of part of the
with them.
podcast, though. That's kind of part of the organicism with
Yeah.
30 seconds. You gotta like this motherfucker, boom. You know. But if you can't, it's all good, man. You'll be on in another week to 3 weeks.
I'll be on.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So once a month, we're gonna have these guys on, man. This is gonna be y'all
The
see that
dog.
adorable dog? God damn it! Yo, I want a black pug so bad, so bad. Anyway,
Yeah.
Kuz, Nick, they're gonna be on the podcast pretty frequently. It's gonna be kind of like 3 bears, 1 cave,
Mm-hmm.
but not Tom Segura or Bert Kreischer.
0 cups.
And we're not making $12,000 a podcast. We're making
Like 13?
$5 a podcast with some Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
courtesy of
We're
your boy.
losing money on spending money.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Can you validate my parking?
Oh shit! I should have a fully grown man body. It's little big tiny body. Yeah, Alice.
I get alternative comedy. I've seen comedy so far.
Did you see his face when he said this? It's like, it's just like, Alice. Fucking tell you something.
Oh, I will say everyone should check out the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Dude, we were trying to watch this
HBO.
tonight, but
Freaking great.
Jessica and I were just not a friend of mine.
Super good. Avenue 5 also,
Yeah,
HBO.
HBO's doing
Great.
some insane stuff right now.
Yep. 2 pubs, new pub, however many pubs you want, and you can find them.
Jared Wood,
Zach Wood?
Hugh Laurie, not Hugh
Laurie, yeah.
Hugh Laurie, Jared Wood,
Zach Wood, I think?
Zach
Zach
Wood,
Wood,
Gabe.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. That
Oh,
was what it was.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah, dude, that's also our team right there. That's enough to make somebody to go check it out right there.
Also on HBO, by the time this drops, it will be very soon or already out.
Woody Witt.
Our good buddy Whitmer
Ooh,
Thomas.
the golden one.
Yeah.
HBO
yes.
special.
Oh, we never continued our top 3, but I would put him in there as a
Whit?
current.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
Whit's doing
Hey,
some-
Yeah.
Whit. Let me
Did
tell you
crack
something.
me up.
Let me tell you something.
Whit's gonna be the
me
next
tell you
Bo
something.
Burnham, yo.
Let me tell you something.
And Bo. Bo's
Whit.
I was going to
Whit.
say Whit, Bo Burnham, and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave's great.
That's cute.
I would
Dude. Whit.
put Dion Cole
Whit.
in there. Dion Cole is
Dion,
killing it.
yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
Al. Whit. Tom. Brew.
Johnny's brother.
Yeah.
God damn, man. You got some fans out here, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's fucking hilarious. I mean, there's definitely that part of just like somewhat knowing him that
Yeah,
plays
and he's
into,
always
like,
cracked me up.
he's
so
always
it's
Yeah,
just
been
like-
hilarious.
but he's the guy, like, you can message him. God damn it.
I just wish the world could see shit like robotic zombies.
Oh my, from Planet Hell, dude. I
Dude.
wish. I mean, I would.
Just if they could see it.
Not only
where
I
it started,
just-
see a little troop.
If they could
Yeah.
see that movie, but I wish they could have gone with
Yeah.
us when
But a lot of
they
us-
filmed it and like
Yeah.
seeing the process.
A lot of us saw that, though. But it's his newer shit, like L.A. River, like burp scenes, and all those little
Yeah.
fucking things that he did.
Little skate
Like,
days out with Jeremy and
Dude,
Clay.
just like those little things, like my favorite. Dude, I'm gonna get this microphone thing under control. I promise, okay? Your boy was drinking before y'all got here,
Yeah, me too.
but
Water.
like that little thing where he just it's like a little 23-second video where like Alex is like he's walking across the street on the phone and he's like,
Yeah, nobody's coming to my fucking show. Fucking suck. No, Dad.
Oh yeah,
He
speaking
just
of,
walks up and steals the phone.
Yeah.
He goes and puts it in the garbage and walks away. Dude, that shit, I still like have a bad day. Watch that.
Yeah.
You don't laugh, fuck yourself. Okay? Because that shit's grade A comedy.
Yeah.
And if you can't get down, you're on the wrong podcast. Okay? Because that shit cracks me the fuck up every time I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude. Yeah, shout out to Whit. Sorry, we got long-winded on that. Shout out to Whit.
Yeah,
Kuz,
dude. I
shout out
love
to
what
Whit.
he's doing out there, man. It's so cool that he's like
Yeah, man.
created his own space in the comedy scene there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Curated his own, like, weird little indie comedy bubble.
yeah, I mean, he kind
Made
of
a space for
Field
it.
of Dreams it. He built
Yeah.
it. He got some
It's
of his
fucking
favorite
sick,
comedians to come.
Yeah.
He got opportunities from that, and now
So cool, dude.
he's going to be going on to
Dang
do
it.
some amazing shit.
So digging.
And I wanted to say, he's the headline, he's the name on the marquee, but also every step of the way he had his buddy and his
Clay.
lifelong friend and his creative partner Clay Tatum to help direct it, and their partnership and teamwork is like the
Dude,
magic that
it
makes
is the
that
magic.
shit happen.
And you know what? And you're right about that because I grew up with Clay.
Mhm.
I lived in the. You remember this? You came in the
Clay
cul-de-sac. Remember in the
was
cul-de-sac?
the funniest person I knew.
I remember,
when I was a little
dude.
kid, man.
I mistreated Clay so hard for so many years because I was taller and
Mhm.
bigger, and like okay. So like when you pulled down. Okay? This fucking thing. Alright? 2 hours. Sabotage me. We drove down our street, okay? Kind of like your old street. You live not in the cul-de-sac, but like right before the cul-de-sac. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I was, but I was in the cul-de-sac. You pull in. Michael Mickelson. A few other houses. The Culletons, Christina and Andrew Culleton.
Right.
The Tatums, Trey, Clay. My house, the Reverend, Miss Frazier, our old principal.
Oh yeah. In her
And then-
limos.
And yeah, Andrew Kane, Speedy, Michael Mickelson. I want to say his parents bought another house on the other side. Whatever. Not really someone to remember. Kind of an asshole guy. But when we lived in that cul-de-sac, me and Clay were spending a lot of time together. Dude, I would just give him so much shit. Like his parents would let me borrow his hockey gear, so me and Dwayne could like do street hockey and shit in the street, and like rollerblade, skate.
Yeah.
To use his shit and stuff. But there's probably trays in retrospect. Looking at it now, it's probably trays.
Yeah.
But dude, we just mistreated him so bad, and whenever I got into hardcore music and started following his band and
Mhm.
getting involved with the things that he was creating in that time that I started to give a shit about things like that, like I just got so mistreated, and I was just like, I was at such a loss. I was like, but in retrospect now, being 32, I'm just like, you kind of made your own bed with that. Like mistreated Clay. Clay did something dope, and you know what I mean? Like, never minded you. But yeah, dude, Clay's always been a good guy, man.
Yeah.
Always been a good
And
guy.
a true artist, man. It always blows me away. This
Well,
shit.
do you remember
that-
his escape videos of 54, 78 films, or 37, 84 films, or whatever
I
it
mean,
is?
yeah,
Escape
that's
videos,
how he
yeah.
started, like, learning how to edit and stuff. But like, he has always like had an eye for that, like the
You're
shit
right.
you can't train, like. And he just like he went to
Watches, emulates, trains himself.
he went to art school for a while and or a semester and kind of didn't really line up with like what he wanted to do. I mean, he didn't succeed in a formal environment, which I completely understand. Like, I did not succeed in a formal environment, so like
Not for
he
everybody.
moved out to LA. It's been fucking magic ever since. I mean, it took him a little bit, but like,
But not really though. I mean, you gotta
so
think.
I mean, compared to some people who never our baristas
bad.
forever or
True.
something like.
It's very true. But I mean, like y'all's graduating class was 6,
Oh,
right?
6.
6.
Yeah.
I'm 7.
Mhm.
So he's been out there for 13 years, and he's just now getting some recognition. Like some, I would, and Clay, if I'm wrong, correct me, please. But I would like to think, from what I just see on social media, some cash recognition, if you will.
Kinda. I mean,
so it's like, you know,
I mean, I
you
don't
don't just
wanna-
move to LA and just get the Doug. You know, like you have to fucking fish for a little while. You have to like
Yeah.
scrape your knees, you know, get a bump on your dick, you know, shoot a funny video in that big duck float on the LA River.
Mhm.
Get,
No, I mean,
you know, make a
they've
thing
done all
or two
kinds of
before
shit.
you're like 13 years in. Hey, I'm a fucking comic now. I'm here. This is me.
Mhm.
Right.
Don't like it? Move away.
Yeah.
I'm here, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I'm from Alabama, and I'm here to stay. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm waiting for this motherfucker to fall. Just waiting for it. But you know, it's 13 years. You don't just get given shit.
No, for sure. He's put in his dues, and he's definitely like shown up on stuff. Like he was on a couple Fox shows. He was on an episode. He had an awesome death on an episode of Walking Dead.
Did it really?
Yeah.
He was
Like,
like
on like 2 episodes, had a lot of talking lines, and
he was
got
killed
cut
by a
straight in
fan
half.
favorite character in a super brutal way. So like,
Wait a minute. How can we find this or search this?
we could probably find the
Sure,
episode. I don't
yeah.
remember offhand.
This
It's
is
in, like, 2
why.
episodes, yeah.
This is why I like to have the iPad. Here for
Yeah.
this.
I mean, IMDb, it'll like just bring up all of his.
Dang, I
Like,
didn't know that. I thought he'd just done the Workaholics with Clay.
no, he's been in. He was in an FX show. You're the Worst. He was like, it's fucking amazing. It was one of the best shows on like black comedies on when it was on. So like,
Really?
it's
I knew
he's
had
been
a,
in
I knew
some
he had
like
a piece in.
he was on The Good Place.
Yep.
Like
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay?
no, wait, these are
Wit,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I was talking about Wit, like
Dude.
Clay.
Because
Clay's done some,
I remember messaging
Funny
Wit.
Die videos, but like
Well, yeah. Well, I remember. Yeah, that's where I was. That's where I was kind of getting a little confused because I was like, I thought you were talking about Clay for a second, but I know that Wit had The Good Place, Workaholics,
yeah.
Stone Quackers,
Yeah.
the Comedy Central boot, the HBO series or not series, special.
Special.
Yeah. But you know, like that's so fucking weird. And Wit, don't you know? I'm going to speak freely because you know this is my podcast. No offense, but to see Wit get an HBO special just makes me want to shed light on people like you and people like you.
Well, he's doing
wait
some
a minute,
really-
wait a minute, and yes, you're right. I know, but I'm just saying. What got Wit those jobs is being consistent, hustling, and grinding.
Yeah.
You guys are the types of people who are like Wit, who would not necessarily have to grind so hard to get that type of recognition, if you will.
Mhm.
If that's what you want to call it.
I think you have to be
Because
driven
you
that way
guys-
as well.
You have to be
though.
driven, but you guys have the talent. And I think if you guys heard the crowd, or
There are some things that I would like to do, but definitely not alternative comedy.
well,
like,
I didn't necessarily mean comedy, but I just mean,
yeah.
you know,
I,
like
I see where you're coming from.
You have a great voice. We are about to get to you. I have been up your ass for years about comedy, so don't even with me about that. Like, but you specifically, like you have got like a very particular sense of humor that can be construed through music, podcasting, vlogging, just a basic YouTube channel, or anything of the creative value.
Yeah. I see that.
You know what I mean? You
But-
definitely possess that, and I think Nick and I have talked shit about that about you before, about like what you possess and what you could be doing.
I think you just have to find. I mean, for me personally, like I would have to find something like a hook or something that really like
Grabbed you.
spoke to me. Like
That's what it's about. It's what speaks to you.
yeah, because I could probably like put the work in and like
do anything,
make
do
something,
anything.
but
Do
it's
anything.
just like
You're multifaceted.
I just don't think that it would be fulfilling enough where the passion shine through unless it was something like
Without any detail, 100% feel you. Because there has been things in my life where people have pumped my balls and made me the Johnny Big Dick. And it's just like, dude, that's so flattering to hear. But my receptors don't even remotely connect with that compliment.
Yeah.
Like, whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, I don't feel that. Like, you, on the other hand, like I was just saying earlier, like you and Jessica come up with Quit, like, doesn't make you the best stand-up comic ever, but it gives you a fucking great goddamn leeway. Like, dude, you could be, like, if Wit can spend 13 years grinding and pillaging the comedy game in the indie alternative realm that he's tackled it in, that totally, from where I'm standing, and I'm only a few years younger than him, and Clay, shows me that people like the two of y'all and Jessica would flourish so well if you literally, and I've been drinking, surprise, but like, I mean, you know, for real, like you guys could do some shit.
Well, how old are you, Tyler?
I'll be 32 this year.
So you're actually either their same age or older.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're all 31.
Okay. Well,
But I mean, I see where you're coming. I mean,
if it's any consolation, everybody, I'm
it's
doing
any
exactly what I
consolation,
want to
you're
do.
a year behind where you think you're good.
I love what I'm doing.
No.
So it's like, I don't have the Kyle Nuvacek type skills.
I also just didn't want to downplay like
I'm more of
like I mentioned, like Whitman viral videos. Like
See,
it's amazing to see him go from that to stand-up specials to writing and directing 8th grade. Like he's
you guys like 8th grade?
It didn't speak to
I don't
me
know if I saw it.
specifically, but it's a good movie.
Bo Burnham is one of those people that I like his interviews.
Yeah.
His personality
He's
as a
very
human
eloquent
being
and articulate. Yeah.
more than his work. It's not weird, but it's a little. I know you guys have probably
It's
identified
not for
with that
everybody, so I don't.
with somebody before where you're just like I don't identify with their comedy or their craft, but their interviews are fucking great. You know what I mean?
Russell
Like,
Brand's kind of that for me. He doesn't really do comedy, but he's very like philosophical.
his new YouTube channel though. Have you watched that?
Not really.
Okay, well, this podcast, I don't do these kind of things for this podcast. I don't talk about serious shit, and I'll probably edit this out simply because of how serious it is for me personally. But I've been doing a once a week program with him called Speech Impediment, which is where you put breaks in between your sentences. So you learn how to break sentences to allow other people to communicate with you in response to what's important to you, so you can in full communicate better with someone as a whole, potentially with a group, potentially with one-on-one. And he's got this new thing called speech impediment, and I don't think either one of you know this about me, but when I lived in Montgomery from 2 years old to 6, I took a government grade speech impediment class because I had chronic stuttering syndrome. Like I had a awful stutter. Like it would be like I would like be talking to you and I'd have to like stop and like breathe and like collect myself, and like it'd be like a whole thing where it's like, okay, we've completely lost touch with what where you were in the story because you've had to take so long to collect yourself. It was bad. So just by vernacular definition, I just clicked on the video and Russell Brand is the shit. That's where I'm getting at with that. Is like the dude is like tapping into like internal nostalgic moments in my mind that I didn't even know that I still fucking gave a shit.
You should leave that shit in, man. That's the kind of shit that moves people.
Yeah, right? I mean, I guess I should. Yeah, maybe. It's fucking unique. That dude, it's like, because we all saw him from like this kind of guy, like on MTV doing the thing where he's like, oh yeah, this, that, dick and balls, and
I did meth on TYL,
and then to like a haircut. To like
I did Katy Perry in it.
You know what I mean? It's like this.
If you want to improve your life, try transcendental meditation in it. Do a little bit of breathing in and out. I used to do the old in and out with Katie, but not anymore. I do the whole transcendental meditation.
But I guess that's kind of how it is. But he made a video that like spoke to me, I guess, and it was
for sure.
I mean, I'm 31 and a half. I'm about to be 32 years old, so it's just like, and I've always struggled with a temper. I've always struggled with like, okay, well, let's argue about it. Okay, well, let's argue about it. Okay, well, let's argue about it. Okay, well, there's the door. Let's walk outside. That's just how I handle things. Like, it's a 3-strike situation. I'm either going to fight you or you're going to fight me, and that's just how it's going to be. Moved away from here when I was 17. Lived in the city for a long time, and that's just like, fight or flight. You get gotten or you get, and that's how it is. It's not raw or like savage. It's just can be a little rough, and you're just at McDonald's trying to get sweet tea. That's it. And you didn't do nothing. You're just in a hoodie that somebody doesn't like that you're wearing, and like, and where are my shoes? Like, so Russell Brand like has a lot to say to me personally, because it's like coming from people like y'all and like growing up with people who are like socially acclimated, and can hold a conversation with people to a place where you don't have nothing like that. So you hear Russell Brand kind of meet those things. You hear, it's like, oh, Russell Brand.
He definitely has a way of like,
dude's on some shit. He's like on some shit, and he's like,
mushrooms, man.
Fuck, dude, mushroom, whatever it is. It's like I'm buying it because it's like, maybe it's because my kids and your kid, I don't know, I know you guys don't have kids, but at some point you guys will have kids, and at some point they wear down that like internal aspect of the view of yourself that you have. And you're just like, yo, I'm this to my kids. And then 6 months later, you're like, if my kid doesn't hate me, psychopath. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? So there are certain videos that he will make that will speak to me.
Yeah.
And, light a fire in me, you know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Russell Brand, dude. Russell fucking Brand, bro. Yeah, dude, we've been doing this podcast for a while, man. Y'all want to close this thing out? Y'all got anything to say, man? Y'all want to close it out? Y'all want to smoke some hookah and do some things?
Okay.
Chill out for a little bit?
Maybe.
Yeah, I do want to say it's 2020. I'm not sure we need knife throwing acts anymore. We've had, it's not safe, and it had
knife throwing accidents.
Acts like people like carnival acts where people throw knives at people
because they're not entertaining.
They're not entertaining. They're not fun. They're just kind of dumb.
They tense the butthole.
And like danger acts are kind of lame to me because
that was like
an idea or something. Maybe
I feel that. Well, because a lot of our podcast is open ended. So
right? Yeah, I mean that might be something you might have to get into later down the road with this, where
potentially,
it's not
to make each podcast worth watching.
Well, also it doesn't just have to be about that, because then you can talk about other stuff and connect it to that. but just like having something like a groundwork to build off of, you know.
Well, you said something last podcast that we were on together where, and like really rang a bell. You were like, and it was just a joke, but you were like, podcasts are really hard to watch.
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah, I was making a joke about, because normally they're audio, and we were...
Right, because everybody's audio is different. You know what I mean? It seems like everybody's like Joe Rogan's here.
Well, I'm saying, like, normally
and then you have like Ari Shaffir, who's got like, or like Joe List. His podcast is fucking quality is so fucking good, and it's just like your video quality is 10 times better than Joe Rogan's, but your audio quality is 10 times less than Joe Rogan's. But it's just like you have so many different. But then you have Ethan Suplee. I don't know if you guys know the larger guy from My Name Is Earl, Boy Meets World. Ethan Suplee, the large guy, the bully guy. My Name Is Earl, Earl's brother.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ethan Suplee. Well, he looks like Dan Bilzerian now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. He looks like Dan
Can't picture
Bilzerian.
him.
Like, he went from, like, large
Was
Nick
he in
Frost.
Fucking Remember the Titans? Was that guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah, he
The
was
big
tight
guy?
end. He was the tight end.
Okay, big guy, yeah.
Big guy, Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
Like, he was the guy of Boy Meets World.
American History X.
American History. Yes,
Big
that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine him in American History X, but looks like Arnold and Vince Vaughn. Like, dude, he looks like he's got the shaped Leonidas beard. He's like muscular and he's like ripped and just like. He's got a podcast called American Glutton.
Like a scruffy, roughy Chris Pratt.
My man, it's looking like you don't want to leave your girl in the same cafe with this man.
He's a leader.
Like, looks very alpha, if you know what I mean. Okay? So, but his podcast touched base on things like that. And it was like, it was very prevalent to me. Dude, now, seeing like a guy like that, you know what I mean? It was kind of dope. You know, seeing him, it's like, oh my God, you're handsome now. like kind of intimidate me.
You guys seen
If I saw you in Old Town Pottery, right? If I saw you in Old Town Pottery, I'm not so sure that I would. Yeah, I want to share that with
Harry
you.
Pottery.
Yeah, no shit.
Freaking Camille's jacked now.
Oh, Jack ass Camille. Let's get on that.
Woo! Don't even get me. All right, now y'all.
Hard to get.
Okay, so these guys right here are the Silicon Valley.
Oh, we about that.
Yeah, well, that's shit.
Apps.
Love Mike Judge.
Right. Shout out, Mike.
Shout out Mike Judge.
Right?
Idiocracy.
Dude, yes.
Dark
So
ass
many
Space
things. So
Extract.
many things.
Yeah.
Beautiful things that created our
King of the
humor
Hill.
King
spectrum.
of the Hill.
Right?
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
But Silicon Valley, man, that was
He did that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, that was
Such good.
that was great. Dude, and
sure.
Camille. First off, stand up 3 out of 5, 7 out of 10.
He's more
Kind
of
of
a
stand-up.
improv guy. He came from
Yes.
improv.
He's more a storyteller. Like
Well-
a storyteller.
Yeah, and his like exposure to doing like stand up was that Judd Apatow movie about stand-ups and
Funny People?
yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. We've already gone through this. I think
And
we
he
touched on it on the last
played-
podcast.
Yeah.
Funny People,
He played a
Passionate,
stand-up.
Tattoo. We don't have to revisit that.
He played a stand-up in
Because it's like,
No, I'm just saying
On the
Don't-
Twilight Zone.
in the
don't-
Twilight Zone, yeah.
don't.
So
That was really
those
good.
are
Heard it already. Don't. Kuzma. Kuzma's like, don't do
I
it.
just wanted to finish like that's all. That's his like
Come
way into stand up. So like, he's not really a stand up.
TJ Miller.
Oh my.
Not a stand-up kind of. He'll throw bits in there, but he's more of like he's like a Nick
one-man act.
circus guy.
Yeah,
for
but
me.
he's also like
Yeah.
a Nick Swartzen comic where
Yeah.
he's like, hey,
I don't know. He
went to a party, saw Kanye. Let me tell you what.
that wasn't my experience with him at all.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like
Right.
that's TJ Miller.
He's
He's kind of
got-
like he'll throw some bits in there, but he's more like you're listening to T.J. Miller just be
Yeah, he's very loose.
tell
but,
famous
like,
stories.
I mean,
Kind of like Nick Swartzen. He's like those bits in there, but
we
it's like
saw him.
We saw him.
We saw him like.
Well, that's what I was kind of
Something
fishing
like
for.
It's
Yeah.
just saying like he didn't do that at all. Like,
It was not like a. I feel like it's more. He would be more of like a like a bit comic, like where he would do bits, but he would be more like, well, honestly, okay. So when I shot, what was that Christmas movie?
Office Christmas Party.
Office Christmas Party. So Offset, he would have like a story, and then seemed like he'd be more that kind of comic.
no.
Versus someone like
he
Ari
would-
Shaffir, who his whole, or Brian Callen, someone who his whole, or Bobby Lee, like his whole thing is like planned. His whole skit is planned.
Yeah.
But T.J.
yeah,
Miller can
well-
walk up and be like,
I would say he's
was
more,
in New Orleans last night. And like this come up. You know what I mean? Am I making sense with my
Well, I'm just
point?
saying
You know what
that's
I mean?
that's not
It's not what it's
that's
not
not
style.
what
It's
he.
not style.
No, he's more like he's joke. It's joke forward, and then he's got like some circusy stuff.
Bit acclimated ish.
Well, it's like he's probably got a bunch of like 5 minutes on topics, but he just like whatever he chooses to talk about just comes about in the moment. Like so, it's kind of like a scrambled different set
Saw
every
that?
night.
You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to get outside. Trying to get
sure.
the president.
But
Sorry, Kuz. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the closest thing that he did to that, like telling any sort of like famous person story, was like a heckler shouted "Office Christmas Party," and then he was like, "Yeah,
That's
it's
the
great."
Dude,
Well, just like
at that show, people.
Yeah.
This was at
the
Wow.
music
the
box
music
in
box in
Mobile,
Mobile.
Alabama.
Whoa!
Standing-
Are you talking about? Because I know you've been to the old music box. You talking about the one with the?
It's a new place, same sort of vibe, but
It's
It's like
no,
it's like
it's
it's
one-
doesn't have the
story.
off
balcony.
the wagon.
Yeah,
but
one
then
story.
Up,
Yeah.
Okay, because it was 2 stories last time.
It
Yeah, it
reminds
doesn't have the
me
balcony.
of the old, like the layout of it, kind of like the old Sluggos, where it's just like one hallway. Like
4-foot stage,
one long open
shotgun
room,
stage,
tiny
bar in the
stage,
corner, in and out.
bar on the way in, and then
along the wall. Yeah.
yeah.
See, old
Stage
music
in the back.
box, being like growing up in the punk and the hardcore scene,
Right.
when it was that era, it was.
They had that upstairs balcony area.
You've been there,
looking down.
so you remember,
Yeah,
right?
I saw Against Me there. Yeah.
But okay, perfect, right? It was kind of like a Cape 9 in Birmingham kind of vibe, but like much smaller.
Yeah, it was cool.
Um,
I like that spot.
But then when I started DJing there, it was a different vibe. It was like more like they had the upstairs for people who were trying to, you know what I mean? Like they had that,
Sex?
like it's kind of the whole like Johnny
Swingers.
Johnny Big Dick situation. You know what I mean? It was like a Johnny Big Dick situation. So I've been there since then. And last time I was there was 5 years ago with Ryan Dibble.
Yeah.
So
The old box was cool. I saw Lotus and Marty Stern there, both insane shows. Just
I
because,
bet Lotus
like,
in that small venue,
exactly. Like Lotus had to play
all
a
that,
show.
all those instruments, and that's
Yeah.
bam.
And
baby.
probably at that time they were playing most of their shows like very electronic.
See, we
very,
need a music hour. We need a fucking.
but
music
like
hour, bro.
because of the like small space and the acoustics of it, really, because it's just like a tiny brick building.
is the
like,
bar
they had
still like when you walk in? Is it still like shotgun to the adjacent to the wall, and then the
Kinda,
stage?
yeah.
is
I
to
mean,
the
just the
left?
whole thing is like basically a shipping container.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
it's
kind of what it was last time, but except for it had a
No
bathroom,
stairs,
like a-
no anything. Like you have
horseshoe.
to walk past everything to get to the like green room and bathrooms and shit.
Word.
Like, it's absolute no features at all. Like the bar wraps around. It's almost to the stage. The VIP is like 5 chairs.
See, I thought you guys saw him in Singer. I had this whole like
He but that's
auditorium
the thing.
vibe.
He made fun of the venue, like because we were all like standing, like packed in.
Yeah,
like
he's like,
some-
none
Chill.
of
It was
you
a-
look
it-
cool. Back
So it was
there.
standing. It was
Like,
standing.
nobody,
Yeah.
you're doing this.
There was like the VIP, like
Just-
5 or 6 people sitting up front, which he made fun of. Like the only people.
That's VIP is the one bar up front.
So he made fun of them the whole time,
He
and
made
y'all
fun
had to
of
stand. Y'all had to
everything,
stand. Y'all had to stand.
The decor in there is fucking weird as well.
Weird.
Like
right
just
above
weird.
him is like an invert, like the ceiling goes up in like right over the stage, so you can't quite see it from like the back of the bar. So he had to say like you could see it if you walked up to the bathrooms. There was some like weird
You guys can't see
monsters
this, but,
like
there's this weird
graffitied
fucking
onto
like
the top above him, like just strange like monsters somebody had done, and then there was a stained glass of Jesus, but with like
Like a hippie Jesus
like
kind of
some
like.
hippie weird Jesus. I don't know. It was.
And
It was
behind
interesting.
him was like a Marilyn
Really
Monroe
done
with
that.
like her eyes all blacked out, like
Yeah, it was creepy as hell.
scribbled like. And then like 20 minutes into the set, he turned around like, "Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna mention
The
this?"
most terrifying picture that you've all had to stare at that's right behind me.
So like,
But-
yeah, I would
but,
say
people like
He was very
as far as
organic,
the crowd, like
organic to the nature.
somebody shouted
Yeah.
out "Roll Tide!" Like
Mhm.
there was
a lot of
everybody like most of the crowd was like, "Oh, like come on, guy, you're gonna be that dude that shouts Roll Tide because we're in
Mhm.
Alabama." Like,
One of the most
fuck you.
obnoxious-
So basically, he most likely will only revisit Mobile unless
Well, he actually
Sanger.
said he will come back to Mobile. He like came out of it with a completely different
Yeah,
like.
it's like you guys aren't that
Man.
because he said something about like I don't know, they think you guys are unintelligible or ignorant down here, and obviously you're not because you just understood the word unintelligible. But
Well,
yeah, I mean, but he also like prefaced the show saying like because he left Silicon Valley, so he kind of brought that up, saying
on his own accord, he made a big
like-
deal about that. Yeah,
yeah, well,
Or gave at
whatever
least
the real
some-
reason was, he said in the show that he's like, I could do another 6 months to a year of filming that would create 4 hours of material that everybody can watch, or I could take this year to travel around to small spots like Mobile, Alabama,
and do
to
my
give
thing.
people a personal show, and it's not
Do my
recorded, it's not a special.
And wear goofy
Turn off your
glasses with the
phones.
chain.
Yeah,
and have
because
a
some
good
guy
time.
like had his
Juggle.
phone out.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to you, TJ Miller.
He was
Hell yeah.
great.
All right,
it-
shout out to you,
it was
TJ
so
Miller.
good.
Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. My asshole boss made me
Yeah.
work.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna die on a hill for Louis C.K., but T.J. Miller is my guy.
Hey, you know what?
He was
Louis
damn
C.K. is
good.
coming to town.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him
Yeah.
a little shout out too. Shout out to you guys. Your CK
Support local
it's,
comedy, even
fucking-
if the
it's-
people are monsters.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Look, we just spoke about a minute ago. We're gonna go see Bert Kreischer. If
Mhm.
Bert Kreischer did some weird Louis C.K.
I
fucking
would not
jerk
be
off in front of you.
surprised.
He just hadn't been
He takes
found.
his shirt off on stage every show.
But you know what? I heard him talk about, and this isn't like new news or like gray news. It's very like neon news, if you will. He said recently, he was like, I tour so much, and I watch a lot of podcasts, so it's like I listen to like where everyone's like, I'm gonna listen to some music. I'm not. I'm listening to podcasts.
No.
Hard.
Music's old. Talking's the
Hard.
new thing, y'all.
But he said, that he's got to stop taking the shirt off every show.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
because he's like I can't be that guy every time. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's gonna keep doing it until they stop paying him to do it. Like
Well, he's on like a 42.
he's gonna
date
keep
show.
telling that same Russia story until
Well, no, wait a minute. No, he stopped that. He stopped that 2 years ago. He hasn't done the Russian mafia story. He doesn't do that.
Oh, after he retired in it.
He doesn't. He doesn't like. Yeah, that's right. Because he said he did it in 2 different specials, and he was like, "I'm not gonna do it anymore." But look, $25. Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Montgomery, y'all, come ride with us. We'll have a place to stay. Y'all can. Come on,
State
man.
Capitol.
Come on, bro.
I'm wearing my Vulcan socks right now. Look at that.
Oh, a Chinese yo-yo. It's juggling with yo-yo.
All right, guys.
Dude, thanks again for having us.
Hey, man.
Awesome.
Dude, you're going to be here a lot more. Like I said last time, I'm not going to thank you that much because you're going to be here soon.
Yeah.
That's what I said last time, right?
Oh.
Nick Prentice, Kris Kuzma. Thank you guys for coming to Body Language Podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. We released them about an hour ago. Yeah, we shot 30.
Yeah.
We like 13, but we decided on 6. So, I don't know. We appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, share and show your friends. We'll have both of their socials in the description. Bailey's podcast tomorrow night. Gobe's podcast Sunday night. And then I think we're going to do another podcast, relationship advice with me and Jessica. Another soft cast, 30-minute podcast. After that, so that's 3 podcasts in the next 10 days, plus this one, so that's 4. Yeah, dude. Shout out to Workaholics for keeping us entertained when we shoot this podcast. Shout out to Whitmer, right? Shout out to Clay Tatum. Shout out to Whitmer Thomas. Shout out to Adam Mayer. Shout out to Nick Prentice, Kris Kuzma.
Shout out to Billie Eilish, unfortunately.
And William Eyelash. Shout out to the Grammys. Shout out to Chris,
Shout out to Adam for being here earlier.
Yeah, shout out to Adam.
Adam
And his
Mayer,
phone.
right? Adam Mayer, dude, he's a good ass dude. We love him. And also, fuck you, Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
If you don't like your fucking Grammy,
Guess
there's
what?
3
You're a rapper,
musicians.
Tyler. Get used to it.
There's 3 musicians here that would love to take your Grammy.
Yeah.
So
I
you just
wouldn't
pass it on
take
to
that
us.
one.
There's 2 of us. Okay.
I
Hey,
wanted
look.
to go to a real good rapper.
No, that's where you're at. All right. Q-Tip. Where's Q-Tip? When you
Yeah.
fucking need him.
What about
right.
that old Chance,
That's right.
the rapper?
Right? God
You know
damn.
he's gonna
Where's
do
Khaki
a rap
Hat?
album.
Where's Khaki
What's
Hat?
his name?
All right, so look, like and subscribe, share and share your friends. Love you. We'll see you next time. Body Language Podcast.
Bye.
Out. Peace.